Welcome back to another video from the Debate Room podcast. This is a reaction to Game Two, and it's only going to be me on here. Game Two of the NBA Finals. It's only going to be me on here today, so it is going to be a shorter video. I don't have much to say. Um, it was more so less of a repeat of Game One. Obviously, this one was much closer for the entirety of the game, but it came down to the Celtics being a better team, which is what I thought was going to happen in this series. Through the first few minutes and like the first quarter of the game, the Mavericks controlled the game. They were being super physical on defense, and then the Celtics, like the start of Game One, were just missing wide open threes. They were missing wide open threes. I didn't see much of an adjustment from the Mavericks tonight defensively. They still played a lot of strong side help, pack the paint, and force the Boston Celtics to move the ball and knock down open threes, which they did not do tonight, and they still won a game. Um, I just had a few takeaways from this game. The Boston Celtics are one of the best teams we've ever seen in NBA history. Their margin for error is insane. They can have an incredibly bad shooting night and find a way to win the NBA Finals game because they're so great defensively. They're so great offensively. They're so well coached. They just have an extreme talent gap on every single team in the entire NBA. Like it's not even close. Like I really truly don't get anybody who picked the Mavericks in the series. I do not get the logic. Like this seemed like the easiest prediction ever. For this series to even be competitive, you would need Luka and Kyrie to go ballistic every single game, basically. That's how big the talent gap is. And that wasn't realistic at all. Because Kyrie has been inconsistent throughout this entire playoffs. Luka has been good for the most part. In the second half of this game, he was bad defensively. He turned the ball over a lot, and he only scored about like I think 9 points, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty bad in the second half, but he just needed help, and Kyrie wasn't able to get it to him. The role players are missing shots. Really, the only role players that had good nights tonight were Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington for moments. Yeah, it's an extreme talent gap. It's not really much to say. Like it's so the analysis is so simple. The Celtics are just a much better team. They're a much better team. There's no hole in their game, in their hole in the offense where they can just like because you know how obviously certain a better team can lose to um an inferior team if there's a matchup problem, but there's no matchup issue. The Boston Celtics match up well defensively. They have the defenders to just guard Luka 1-on-1 and limit the corner threes, limit the alley oops. I think the Mavericks only had one alley oop this entire finals, and that was a premier part of their offense coming into this. They have the bodies on defense, like I said, coming into the series, and offensively they just have so much talent, so much shot making, the ability to get the ball inside the paint, attack mismatches, score over mismatches, get to the rim. They can do anything. All ball movement is there as well. Like they play a 5 out. They play a 5 out system, but they move the ball and they just isolate. And their all ball movement is great. They have sets within their 5 out. They just have a really potent offense, the best in the league by far. To be honest, when it comes to playoff play, so it was I don't know. I didn't see how the Mavericks were going to win the series. I tried. I tried. I'm a Luka guy. I really tried. Like I wanted to think of a way. Like maybe Luka just turns into some all-time great, which he already is an all-time great. Maybe he just has a LeBron in 2016 type of thing. But even LeBron in 2016 needed Kyrie to go crazy too. So I was like, it was just like they were never gonna win a series. And I don't know why people even picked Dallas because that was a Vibes pick. That was a Luka Doncic is gonna be the best player in the world, and it was just vibes to me. Like with the real analysis, I just don't know any type of logic to have them winning this the series. Yeah, margin error for the Celtics is insane. One of the best teams we ever seen, and obviously Jason Tatum. I mean, terrible shooting night for him again, and somehow they found a way to win this game. Um, when people talk about Jason Tatum and they want to have him in the like top 5 conversations, I just can't do it because there's no other star, no other superstar in the league that can have these bad shooting performances and his team still come out and win games like this, NBA Finals games at that. Like his team is winning NBA Finals games and he's shooting 6 for 18. He's shooting like below 30% for the entire series. It's nasty. and they're winning games. Obviously, he's been great as a defender. He's been great as a rebounder. He's been great as a playmaker in these playoffs and in these series. But there is no other star or superstar in this entire league that will be afforded this level of privilege if his shot wasn't falling. Like obviously, he impacts the game in multiple ways. He's super versatile defensively, super versatile offensively, but his shot selection gets terrible at times. He settles so much pull up threes, and when that's not falling, his offense is so shaky. His scoring is so shaky, and the fact that he wasn't terrible tonight though. He was great defensively in the second half. The first half, Luka was hunting him in switches, but he played much better defense in the second half, and he rebounded the ball, and he had 12 assists and uh like 2 or 3 turnovers. It wasn't any super advanced reads or anything like that, but he got the job done. He commanded so much attention from the Boston defense tonight. Maybe they switched that up, let him go more 1-on-1 because just Tatum can make the passes. He can do it. Forcing this team to shoot threes, they had the highest 3-point percentage in the regular season with the most made threes. Like that game plan was never going to work. It's not going to work. Force like it's not going to work. I understand because they're hunting Luka on defense. That was a big thing too. Luka was terrible defensively. Like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, everybody was just hunting him on defense tonight, forcing that switch with guard to guard pick and rolls. And he couldn't stay with them at all. And so it's kind of hard to even let him go 1-on-1 because they'll just hunt Luka even more. And so you got to send help. But the Celtics just have so much volume shooting, and that's why I came into the series like not the Mavericks have like I didn't think they were gonna be able to win the series. I was so sure. Like this one was one of the easiest predictions of the entire playoffs. I have to be honest. I really don't have much more to say after that. Kyrie, if they want to win a series, Kyrie has to be much better. He's been terrible through the first 2 games of the series. I believe he was 7 for 18 or something like that, or 6 for 18 in game one. He was let me check, 7 to 18 tonight. Got to be better if they or they're gonna get swept. Kristaps Porzingis looked like he re-aggravated his injury tonight. That could play a role because he's been great at protecting the rim. He's been able to take advantage of mismatches in the post. So if he's not there, that's going to definitely hurt Boston and make it a closer series. But Kyrie, you got to step up. Luka can't do it by himself. I think he really tired out. He had to play 42 minutes tonight, 32, 11, 11 on 57% from the field, 4 for 9 from 3. Left some points at the free throw line. He turned the ball over really. He turned the ball over too much tonight, and he definitely was terrible defensively. So not his best performance. Um, yeah, not much to say. This series is going exactly how I thought it would. No surprises here. No sign of shock. Nothing. Thank you guys for watching. It was always going to be a quick reaction video. We should be coming back with some more episodes pretty soon. Q just moved into a new house a few states away. I'm moving into my apartment pretty soon, so we have been kind of like MIA, but we should be coming with some more videos pretty soon. Thank you guys for all the love and affection, and love and affection is crazy. Love and support. Follow our social medias in the description and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching.